Hi everyone, welcome back to the podcast. I got Arun with me and we have some more questions which you guys have asked, which we'll try and get some answers to. So without wasting much time, yes Arun, what are the questions we have for us today?
So the first question is, instead of 40k EMI for home loan, it's better to go for 20k rent and invest remaining 20k in SIP mutual fund. Is this a sensible decision that one can take? Your thoughts on this, sir?
The most important thing to remember is, I'm assuming you have not bought the houses yet, right? So if you have not bought the house, then what you say you can do.
Okay.
Let's say you've already bought the house and you're paying the EMI. Then to say I'll sell the house and do this, I would say no, continue paying the EMI. It's already finished. There's nothing you can do. This consideration only should be there if you have not bought the house.
Yes.
So that's the first distinction. Second, if the EMI is less than the rent you're paying, then I would say buy the place. So let's say the rent is 50,000 rupees and same house you can get it in EMI 40,000 rupees. Then I'd say it's better to buy the house. So I've given you two reasons when you should not do this. Third is the final reason. If the rent is lower than your EMI, then what you're doing makes sense. I would say do that.
So should he consider his loans also for this? Because he might be having loans.
No, if you have loans other than long-term loans are okay, but most of other loans are not long-term. For normal people, we will not have any other long-term loan other than this. It will be only the home loan are the only one loans which are the longest. So any other loan which you have, please close it, including credit card loan, personal loan. Close all the loans first, then think about investing.
Okay.
We've done many videos explaining why, if you're going to buy a new property, it's better to invest and rent, and you'll make much better returns. So you can see any of those old videos. And for a simple quick calculation, I can show you reverse EMI calculator. EMI amount. You said 40,000, no?
Yeah.
10, let's make it for 20 years. 10 years is 120 months. 20 years is
240.
Yeah. The rate of interest, home loan rate is what, 9% now or what percent?
It will be around 8 to 12%.
Okay, let's say 8.5% home loan. So the loan amount you can take is this much. What is this? 46 lakhs.
Okay.
This is showing you with millions. 4 million. So this is 46 lakhs is the loan amount you can take. So you can only buy a house for 46 lakhs.
Okay.
The EMI will be 40,000 for how many years? 20 years. At a rate of 8.5%. So the maximum loan you can take is 46 lakhs. So you can say for 46 lakhs, you buy an apartment today. Where will you buy the apartment? Where will you get in Chennai for 46 lakhs? So even in Poneri where you're staying, how far is Poneri? How long do you take to go from here to Poneri?
40 kilometers.
Yeah. Every day, how long?
2 hours travel.
2 hours travel up and down you're going, right? Every day. And their flats are at 65 lakhs. A flat which you're looking at. So at 40,000 rupees EMI, you can't even buy in Poneri. You'll have to buy further. Otherwise, you'll have to buy some old flat. Not a nice flat. What? It's not something you cannot afford. Not something you like. You can't buy. So that's a problem of buying a flat. So now 20,000 rupees rent. Now how much will be a rent in your area, Poneri? How much will be a rent?
Average it will be around 8 to 12,000, 13,000.
So you can rent. So if you have 20,000 rupees rent, you can come closer to the city, right?
Yeah.
Correct. So what will be halfway between Poneri and here?
We'll take Ambattur, Red Hills.
So Red Hills, Ambattur.
Yeah.
Rent will be probably 20,000 rupees for the same.
Around 15,000.
15 to 20,000 rupees. So you can come closer to the city. So you pay 20,000 rupees rent. Okay. You stay closer to the city. And you'll take 20,000 rupees and invest it, right? For the same 20 years, 11%. Okay. See how much you would have invested after 20 years. 1 crore 74 lakhs. Okay. So now imagine someone tells you to buy, so you're bought beyond Poneri. Okay. So to travel every day to work, to come to here to the studio, you will commute 2.5 hours, 2 hours, 45 minutes, like buying in Vellore. Okay. That distance you'll be commuting every day up and down. But you have a house for 40, 50 lakhs. Okay. 20 years has gone by. You've been commuting up and down, up and down. That flat which you bought will be 20 years old. So maximum, how much do you think that will sell for?
Around 60 lakhs, 70 lakhs.
Let's double it. You will sell, maybe let's say you sell it for 1 crore. Okay, 1 crore, 10 lakhs you sell it for. Now imagine, you didn't listen to that advice of buying in Vellore and going up and down 3 hours. You decide to rent and stay at Ambattur, Red Hills, where your traveling time has come down by half. Okay, and you've taken half what you would have paid as EMI, right? And you've invested that for the same 20 years period. Yes, rent will keep increasing. People will argue. Hypothetically, I'll say it's offset by distance of travel distance and everything, right? So if you look at it, just numbers wise, that 20,000 rupees every month would have made you into almost 1 crore 80 lakhs. Correct?
Mm.
So end of 20 years,
At
you'll have
percentage
one
of-
cash in hand.
1
Close to
crore 80 lakhs.
Okay, we don't have a flat.
Mm.
If we had a flat, that maximum we worth only 1 crore.
Mm.
So if you look at any way you look at it, it doesn't make sense.
Mm.
So that's why I'm saying, if you're going to buy,
Mm. Okay.
then don't do it. What he's saying makes sense. The only time you should buy is, let's say the flat in Ambattur, you can buy 20,000 rupees as a EMI. Then I'll say buy it. Instead of the rent and the EMI are close, or the EMI is cheaper than the rent, then go and buy it.
Okay.
Other than that, you should never be buying it.
Mm.
And currently, the way Indian real estate market is, it will not be, because Tamil Nadu and especially in Madras, property tax has gone through the roof.
Mm. And even registration cost also.
Registration cost, the guideline value has gone up,
Mm.
and property tax has gone up. So owning a property, especially in the heart of Chennai, is very expensive.
Mm.
Even if you have an old building, trying to sell it now is very difficult
Okay.
because of registration cost and property tax.
Mm.
So if you look at it anyway, all that is not your headache if you're renting.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to pay property tax. You don't have to do registration, nothing. And water in this area turns bad. Metro construction, next 5 years, they remove Raipeta Bridge.
Okay.
What can I do? I can't do anything. I live here. I will suffer with it. But if you're renting here, you can look at it and say, okay,
We'll
next
change
fi-
house. and-
I'll move to that side of the bridge for 5 years. Then I'll come back here.
Mm.
And that too, if you're smart and you not listen to Anand and you don't buy many things, you will not have many things in your house.
Okay.
You will not have unnecessary amount of clothes.
Mm.
You will not have unnecessary amount of furniture.
Mm.
You'll have one bed, living
Mm.
a small happy life.
Okay.
You can easily put that in a small Tata Ace and move house.
Yeah.
Right?
That didn't be much
Yeah.
of the problem.
But you have this fancy thing of buying things. Unnecessarily, you'll have buckets and buckets of clothes. Right? Cupboards and cupboards filled with t-shirts you never wear. Then you have 5-6 TVs in your house. Right? And you have sofa sets everywhere. And in your kitchen you got all kinds of vessels. Your wife has been saying, I'll make for idli, I use a special vessel.
Okay.
For that one, I use this vessel. Like that, cupboards and cupboards of stainless steel vessels. To think of moving and packing itself, you'll be like, oh my God, I'll have to spend 1 lakh to move.
And we'll have emotions attached to that product.
Correct.
Also.
You can't even get rid of it. And packing itself will be such a headache.
We'll have to take 2 lorries for that.
Yes. Instead of buying a small refrigerator, you would have bought one big 1,000-liter.
Double door.
Yes. Why? Because I can afford to.
Okay.
So it is a mindset. To create wealth is very easy. But what is difficult is to cultivating that mindset. And that's why my mother will always say, making money is very easy. Just stop spending it. Because the amount of unnecessary spending we do is phenomenal. Like for example, these rings which I'm wearing. Right? My rule is whatever crap I wear and I enjoy wearing, I like wearing and I'm enjoying it. I will not spend more than 100 to 150 rupees.
Okay.
My wife gets very upset. My father-in-law gets very
You
upset.
can
He's
afford
like,
more.
yeah, it's like, my son-in-law, we should put platinum, we should put gold. I'm like, I don't want. It's a waste. This way, even if I lose it, I don't care. Some 100 rupee ring stainless steel I was wearing for a while. I left it somewhere. Okay, doesn't matter. But if it is some 50,000, 60,000, 1 lakh diamond platinum ring, I left it somewhere, I feel very bad about it.
Yeah.
The two with a gift. So it's a mindset which you should need to develop. And without that mindset, all this, whatever we are talking, cannot happen.
So one more question here, sir. As a society as a whole, we prefer owning a house than renting, staying in a renting house.
Society has a mindset.
So we are
Doesn't-
pressured to buy the house.
No,
Even
see,
in-
that's where you're wrong, Arun. Society in mindset doesn't happen today, tomorrow. It is something that's happened in the past. See, we have trauma. Your father, your grandfather has trauma from the past, how they struggled in life. Right?
So they think owning a house
Back
is
then,
good.
owning a house was the only way you could accumulate wealth.
Okay.
Buying gold was the only way you could save money. So those lessons, they pass it on down. But now,
So that lesson would be relevant for them
For that
10
time,
years
yes.
ago.
now you have to see today's time. It's like AI. Now with AI is coming, NVIDIA guy said on an interview, with AI coming, he says very soon AI will be able to understand human conversation. So coding will not be needed anymore. So children spending,
The entire IT industry will be on
it'll
that
become different.
Mm.
See, end of the day, it's like what Warren Buffett also said. AI can only do, it's like a calculator. It'll do only what someone asks it to do something, it'll do. If no one asks it to do anything, what will AI do? What will a calculator do? We don't use it.
Okay.
Okay, before calculators came, we had Kankapillai. A guy who will sit with, who will sit and do numbers, who will be very efficient in numbers. Right? Those guys are very valuable. Calculators came, computers came, they all disappeared. The job disappeared. They all became something else.
Okay.
Right? Like how MF Hussain used to be painting posters. Then printing became so cheap. Now who's going on painting cinema walls posters?
That will take many days. It
Correct.
can do in
Only
1 or 2 hours.
political posters are being painted on on the highway. But everyone else now wants print posters.
Oh, okay.
Same way, AI will come and replace it. Coding will disappear. So now you can see this happening. But your mindset will be, if you have a child, it'll be like he should learn coding in computer class. He needs to go learn, C++, Python. They're saying all these things. Let him also learn. Let him go to class. Why? By the time he learns it and comes out, this landscape would have changed so much.
So in our generation also, we are set to prepare for government jobs and all. So that was the mindset back then. That they are passing to us.
Correct. Because job security. Government job, they will not fire you.
But
Government job means pension. Right? And if you die, someone in your family will get the government job. So what is important is that you pay attention to what is happening around you, that you don't be sleeping and napping.
Okay.
And as things change, you also change along with it. And as long as you don't need much of money. Right? The amount of money you need is like a fuel tank. If your fuel tank is small, the amount of fuel you need to put in is very little.
Okay. So the amount
if your
you
wants
should
are small in life,
less.
the amount of money you need is also less. The only reason you need more money is if you need more wants. If your wants are going up, then you need more money to match.
Okay.
To feel safe and you have food 3 times a day and have a roof over your head, it's not that expensive.
Okay.
What is expensive is your taste. Anyway, we kind of went off topic. Somewhere we went. I hope you found it interesting, the conversation. It's just some ideas as infusing into Arun, because Arun is newly married and he's in the early stages of his life as a married man. So I wanted to give him some input about money and wealth and plant some seeds in his mind, because one day when Arun has a daughter or a son, he can think of how to paint their future for them as they grow up. Any other question you had, Arun?
I have 2 more questions.
Sure. Next one, sure.
Sir, this comment is in Tamil. So he has asked to put a detailed video about NCD.
Okay. I'll do a detailed video on NCDs and be rich. Indian companies don't use NCDs, non-convertible debentures, so much. But it's there in US quite a bit. I'll do a video on detail about it and what they are and how it's used by companies very soon. Next.
Sir, this is the last question. He has asked, what is the minimum we need to invest in international market? Since we are talking about Japan and US investments.
That also, I did a detailed video I've done, and I've written a detailed Medium post. And Anand has also told you in detail that you should be able to put 40,000-50,000 rupees every month.
This is for US market.
For any international market. But even if you are able to put 40,000-50,000 rupees every month, my advice would be first do all the other things. Do the basics, which is get yourself insurance, get rid of all your loans, close all that, and get some gold in your account. Buy some physical or ETF gold. Then start investing in India by first reading and knowing what is happening, and stop having FOMO. Most of you who can afford to put 40,000-50,000 rupees saw the video and everyone's making money in Japan, US. I am going to miss out. You have been missing out on so many things before. Why is this suddenly this one alone bothering you? I don't understand. Because Indian markets have been doing very well for the last, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. So all that you did not bother missing. Suddenly, why now Japan is making you feel like you're missing out? I don't know. So first do all the basics. If you've done all the basics and you need to start investing, then around 40,000-50,000 rupees every month is what you need to put in. And do realize about the way tax works. If you're investing from India, especially how tax is deducted at source and all this, keep an eye on it and the limits on this. I would strongly advise you to get yourself a very good financial advisor to advise you on how to navigate that so you can invest and make money doing it. But without a financial advisor, without an idea on how to do your tax planning with it, it can be disastrous because you are liable to paying taxes. So keep that in mind. Okay, that's it. So thanks for watching the podcast, guys. And Arun will come with some questions next time from you guys and we'll try and get them answered. Thanks. Bye.